Sporting Goods NIT Season Tip-Off Championship game. It's number 24 ranked Tennessee, led by sensational freshman Tobias Harris. They take on number 7 Villanova, who look to a new leader this season, senior Corey Fisher. It's the NIT Season Tip-Off Championship. Coming up next. This action, part of Dick's Sporting Goods NIT Season Tip-Off. We're at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Tonight, the marquee early season tournament coming to an end. A pair of top 25s in Villanova and Tennessee. Now, earlier today, VCU held off UCLA to take the third place game. So we have been waiting for number 7 against number 24, just moments away from tipping off. Welcome to the Garden, everybody. Happy holiday to you. I'm Dave O'Brien alongside Doris Burke and Fran Fraschilla, and inside the building as well, our man Andy Katz. And Doris, when we look at Villanova, a history of great guards. This program, as far as Tennessee is concerned, Fran Fraschilla, you wouldn't say in a mess because they have a lot of terrific players, but right in the middle of the storm has been the head coach, Bruce Pearl. What would a win and a championship here tonight do for him?
Well, it certainly would be a barometer of his team's ability to embrace their coach. And win or lose, you know that this Tennessee team is going to play with great energy.
Let's get you to Star Watch now for the championship game. Tennessee, Fran, has a great young star in the making in Tobias Harris.
That's exactly right. 16 points a game. Local product from Long Island. So he's making his first appearance as a college player here at the Garden.
Corey Fisher didn't.
Let's get to those starting lineups now. And for Tennessee, Scotty Hobson can really fill up the basket. Brian Williams goes 6'10". The Vols are 4-0 on the season for Villanova. Fisher joined by 2 in the Garden, and we are underway as Villanova wins the opening tip here tonight. Corey Fisher immediately drawing contact in 1953 as that one is knocked away from him. And no foul as you look at Jay Wright in his 10th year. A lot of people said that Jay's team kind of underachieved last year as they fell out of the NCAA tournament rather quickly, but they also won 25 games. And they are off to a 5-0 start.
Much more of a half-court team, both offensively and defensively for Bruce Pearl, particularly with Williams and Harris inside.
Owens trying to make something happen in the lane. Up top, it's Cameron Tatum. 6'6" junior drives the lane. It will not fall. And the rebound is tipped away. It'll be controlled by Villanova. Well, the word embattled certainly fits Bruce Pearl's situation right now. The charismatic coach suspended for 8 SEC games coming up. Also had a salary reduced by $1.5 million over a 5-year period. And the official NCAA report won't be public for several months. So there may be more to come. There's a holding foul inside the first minute here in the Cats.
Well, after the game Wednesday night, Trey Golden got back to the hotel, had a fever at 102, not able to go. He's in street clothes there on the bench. And Bruce Pearl, Tennessee, telling me right before tip-off that they're going to play Skylar McPhee at the point. When he comes into the game, he's a little concerned about him playing that position against this Villanova guard tandem.
Yeah, McPhee, the former walk-on, as Antonio Pena misses.
Big miss on both ends, quite frankly. I talked to Bruce Pearl this morning. You know, the pressure that the guards can put on you for Villanova, but then also handling their defensive pressure because, you know, Jay Wright's staple over the course of his career, not last year. I thought they underperformed defensively last year, but this looks like a team that can guard.
Oh, I agree, and Trey Golden has played very well as a freshman. In fact, he started already a game this year when Melvin Goins was hurt.
Right now, Tennessee looking confused about what they are seeing defensively, and the shot clock is down to 6, and that foul will go against them.
In that win over VCU, very solid young freshman guard.
Villanova number 7. They are facing their first top 25 opponent here tonight. Into the corner, Fisher on the drive. Too short. Well, he burned UCLA for 26, as Doris pointed out, at a great second half.
Twice, though. He's dribble drove, and twice he's been met at the rim with a very good challenge already.
Harris up top for Tatum.
Somewhere my English teacher is cringing.
Harris with the lean. But you got it, and so did Harris.
Harris he's got a very vanilla game, Dave. Very fundamentally sound. He won't wow you with a lot of plays above the rim, but that's the kind of play he'll make throughout the night.
Sophisticated. The guy's sophisticated in this game.
I like vanilla. I love vanilla, in fact. My favorite flavor.
Hobson gets it free to Goins, and he'll miss fired. And here comes Villanova. They defeated UCLA 82-70 in the semifinal to get this far. And there he is, on pretty much on cue. Corey Fisher, who's our star watchman.
How many free throws the other night, Doris? 15?
15. 14 of 15, 9 of 10 of the second half.
Championship game. So glad you're with us, and we trust you had a marvelous holiday and a great Thanksgiving. Hobson lost it to a teammate. It came right to Harris on the spin move, blocked. There's also a foul on the play. Tennessee wants the basket. They want a goaltend here.
I think the block was good, and it gives you an idea. Take a look and see if that ball's on the way down. Tough angle right there to see it from underneath, but you see the challenge by Yaru, and a difference maker in Jay Wright's defense this year compared to maybe in the last few years.
Wayne's committed the foul. And the first free throw good by Harris. It's a trip home for the talented freshman. He twice played in state championship games in his prep career in New York State. 16 points, 5 rebounds a game for the McDonald's All-American.
He's got a little brother heading to NC State to play for Sidney Lowe, so good bloodlines there. You see the Harris family.
Cameras at the ready. It's the Garden after all. Gallo up top, 6'10". Holloway, and that's going to be in and out by Fisher. He's in averaging 18 points a game for Villanova. Pull up Hobson. Rebounded away by Williams.
Nice.
Oh, a great feed underneath. That was sweet.
If Tennessee can handle any sort of full court, three-quarter court pressure by Villanova, Doris, and they get into that flex offense, it takes the heat off the point guard because all 5 Tennessee players will handle the basketball.
Battle for the rebound. It kicks out. It'll be off of Tennessee. And coming up, Coach Fran opens up.
One of those post players, and in his system, interestingly enough, he allows that post player to call the coverage based on what he's seeing from the offense and how he sees his guard reacting to the initial screen. So good stuff. The post player must communicate.
Don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed Fran's playbook, but I think I oversold it big time. Painting the backcourt.
Super secret.
It was outstanding. It was beautifully executed, but I definitely oversold it. That's my bad. 6-2 Tennessee. Fisher sealed off there by the former walk-on McGee. Here's Stokes to lift. And a whistle and a foul with 50. Wayne's here. He's averaging 15 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. The dipsy-do, no basket, but he was played 13 years in the NBA. Here comes Dominic Cheek, 6'6" sophomore from Jersey City, New Jersey, on for Villanova.
Here's that 1-2-2 or 1-2-1-1 look by Villanova. They'll fall back to a half court.
Stephen Pearl getting into the game, has it now. The coach's son is Hobson. Got it all net from three-point land.
Now, by and large, if they're going to set him in an ISO play, they get him on the left side of the floor. And when they were warming up, Scotty Hobson spent a lot of his time on the left side of the floor. That time pulls from the right-hand side.
So trying to shake out Pena. Now he hits the deck. And a tie-up, and that was all hustle by Stephen Pearl. It'll be on this end, 14:59 to go.
Well, Scotty Hobson, take a look at this ball movement now. Now, Scotty, only 4 for 16 on the air, but you'll love the ball movement and the ability to get the open look. A little too late as Corey Stokes tries to close out.
Best players never react to a trap with anything other than a cool head. It's almost to your advantage if you allow it to be. Keep your head, reverse the basketball somewhere there's an open shot.
Fisher bouncing here. Stokes steps back, fires, and left it short. A hustle rebound in the corner by Pena.
Well, Tennessee's doing a nice job of protecting the paint.
Nice feed for Cheek. He's denied. Woolridge again. Tennessee solid D inside that lane. Woolridge will shoot it up there. And it's Pena to start the break. Fisher trying to get going. Draws a lot of orange shirts back up top. Pena.
Tennessee playing sound team defense. They're packing the paint, taking away driving angles.
Another miss. Villanova is 1 for 10 shooting it in the early going. Here's Hobson. He just drained a three a couple of moments ago. Heavy traffic, and he will commit the foul. That's a charge on.
Taking away the dribble drive. The ball
Set up on the weak side, so when you do get into those cracks, you can kick out for the open three, but that means Corey Stokes has got to knock them down.
Pena pulled up his dribble. Stokes into the corner. Shot clock down to 12. Leroux here into the lane. And a foul before the
Cheek out on the floor right now. Played at St. Anthony's High School. That's a rejection.
Field shoved it right back on Pena, but he returned the second effort. Tatum with a miss. Cameron Tatum with a very quick shot. He's finding Stokes here, and that's going to be an offensive foul against Villanova.
Okay, I mean, Bruce Pearl is not playing him just because he's his own kin, as they say down in Tennessee. He is a very scrappy role player, a no-mistake guy.
He was born in Iowa during Bruce's assistant coaching years under Tom Davis at Iowa. Taken away, the clean steal by Fisher. Almost lost it back as Sutton hit the deck, and indeed they do give it up, and now the foul by Corey Fisher.
I guarantee you the assistant coaches have told Jay Wright that Corey's got two.
This is when you're dying as a coach.
That's right. See, that's good. Go right at Corey Fisher. I think it says something of the confidence of Jay Wright and Corey Fisher, the senior, that he will leave him out there with two boys.
The problem for him is he's as likely to pick up a foul on this end as a defensive end.
On the baseline. Cheek denied. It rolls right to him, however, to lay it in. He happened to be at the right spot.
Doesn't feel like any basket that Villanova has had has been easy. They've earned them, and a lot of them have come off of broken plays where they're just scrapping for offensive boards. They've yet to show their best stuff, and it's because of Tennessee's defense.
Under 12 minutes here in the first half. 2-point game in a championship game of the NIT season tip-off from Madison Square Garden. Jones giving up here for Tatum. Shot clock down to 7. Pearl bullying his way in, and a foul will go against Villanova. We have a timeout. When we come back, we have Bruce Pearl on the record about his.
Is it enough? Of course, we won't know until the NCAA hands down its judgment, probably sometime in the spring, Dave.
Associate head coach Tony Jones will take over the Tennessee team during those 8 SEC games. Right in the middle of that, Tennessee plays Connecticut. He will be allowed, Bruce Pearl, to coach the Volunteers for that game.
Now let's remember, this story is a long way from over. Yes, the suspensions are a big part. Nice work by Cameron Tatum. But the NCAA has...
Exactly, Doris. They're going to have Bruce Pearl at practice every day. When you look at that 8-game schedule, especially some of those key games at home, they're not losing those games. Tony Jones has been with Bruce Pearl for 10 years. And, Dave, I really feel a great coach has maybe 4 or 6 point difference in a game. But they'll make up for that difference with their great energy that they play for Tony Jones and Bruce Pearl.
Going slicing into the lane. Kicks here for Tatum. He buries a three. 15-8. Well, it's a story that still has legs. As you both point out, the NCAA report won't come out for several more months. I think the question on many people's minds, I'm sure it's on Bruce Pearl's mind, has the punishment so far been enough? And for more on that, let's toss it over to Andy Katz.
Yeah, I talked to Tennessee Athletic Director Mike Hamilton on Wednesday night here, and he said that the investigation is complete. Remember, they're folding in the football and baseball investigation. So now it's just a matter of it being written. So they're expecting this sometime in the next couple of weeks, hopefully before the first of the year. Then Tennessee has 90 days to respond, and then they have to schedule in front of the Committee on Infractions hearing, which will more than likely be either February or into their next meeting into April or May.
Bruce Pearl, regardless of what happens, he seems to me, Fran, to be drawing a distinction between breaking a rule and flat cheating. And I know you've seen a ton as a basketball coach.
That's semantics to me. You know, there aren't many differences.
Tennessee throwing it away here, Fran?
Well, here are the 8 games, and the way I look at it, Dave, they're going to win 6 of these. You really think they're going to lose to Florida in Vandy at home in front of 24,000 at Knox Bowling? I mean, come on. This team is going to rally. They've always rallied around Bruce Pearl, and to a man, they love this guy. They play for him.
Now, for those games, those road games in the SEC, Pearl will be allowed to travel and have contact with his team. 2 hours before tip-off and an hour after tip-off, he will be allowed contact with his team. Bounce pass stuffed down by Williams as Tennessee moves it beautifully.
Those are 2 big-time moves, one by Pena and one by Williams.
Well, right now, this half-court defense has been outstanding.
Yarrow going in hard. He draws the foul. The big fella from the Republic of Benin.
Well, Brian Williams, on a nice pass from Goins, just completes, reacting off the dribble drive. One of the most important things a post player can do.
Harris with the foul. In fact, during Yarrow's recruitment to Villanova, Jay Wright and his assistant actually flew all the way to West Africa to meet with his mom and dad.
He is a work in progress. It's like sculpting Michelangelo. You see a statue?
He's a pretty fair artist.
That's what I meant.
I've heard some people say.
Villanova in a zone.
Hobson goes around the back to get free. Tatum takes that baseline for Williams. He had all the position there to make that play.
They're just doing a nice job being patient against the zone. The ball's moving, players are moving. Activity against a zone, whether with the ball or with your cut.
Tennessee leading by 7. She dumps it off. Her shot is good from mid-range. Tennessee has made their last 4 shots, so the balls are starting to heat up here. Trying to make it 5 in a row. The championship game of the NIT season tip-off inside Madison Square Garden. Here's Harris. That looked great coming off the hand, a 3-pointer.
Just so smooth.
Yep.
Tobias Harris is as sophisticated with his offensive arsenal as you'll find in any first-year college player.
Well, good ball movement. Skylar McBee, the freshman Harris, will hurt you inside. Don't leave him alone outside either.
Nobody should undersell the magnitude of this matchup.
Oh, I agree. You're talking about a Villanova team that many people think could get to the Final Four. And then Tennessee, I've been extremely impressed with their half-court defense so far.
It's been extraordinary. Great team defense, cutting off passing lanes, making shots tough. And you said it, this is the guy that's got to get started for this group. This is one of those 3 seniors from the metropolitan area.
Well, his jump shot will loosen up some of that opportunity to drive.
Corey Stokes, here's Williams with a nifty spin, but can't convert, and there's a whistle underneath. And a foul here will go.
2 for 10, and that is every bit about Tennessee's defense rather than them struggling to make open shots.
Skylar McBee getting minutes here in the first half. The former walk-on. Been pretty solid. Taken away from Harris. So Villanova forcing the turnover. They play the sticky defense here.
And Corey Fisher now playing with 2 fouls, so he's got to be a little bit cautious.
It's going to be a palming violation.
20 a year ago, knocked off Vandy in the NCAA tournament. And Lon Kruger's done a terrific job with those Rebels.
Garou up ahead. Cheek can't lay it in. Natalia Roux did everything Just about humanly possible to get that basket. Williams, and he's fouled as well. He'll go to the line for a three-point play. Very, very strong under there.
Well, that's how Brian Williams is going to score, and he wants so much to be a great offensive. A relocation off a dribble drive by a playmaker on the perimeter.
Have a big guy like Brian Williams with great hands. That was a bullet Scotty Hobson threw, and the big fella from the Bronx corralled it. Got a chance at three.
And this is their Stokes with the foul, by the way. And this foul on a quick whistle will go.
Williams, one of his mentors, of course, Dr. Tom Davis being the other, said that when you get to the level that Tennessee plays at in the SEC, you're going to have to be every bit as much, if not more, of a half-court defensive team than you are a pressing team, and you can, but not McDonald's All-Americans, sadly.
1 of 2 for Antonio Pena, who is from Brooklyn. Harris hangs,
Look at that.
banks it in, and got hit as well. How about that play?
See what I mean about sophisticated? I mean, he can really run the point forward position. He just raked and taken with 94 feet. Nobody checked him, so he's got decision-making abilities. Listen, guys, this is a freshman who can score on the box from the perimeter. And, Dad, yes, sir, we like what we see, son. Keep it up.
Well, you see his pop there. His grandfather, Lieutenant Colonel John Molzak, lives in Brooklyn. Molzak was a member of the Tuskegee Airmen in World War II and earned the Congressional Gold Medal for that service.
Okay, how cool is that?
That is
Come
cool.
on.
Yep.
In and out. By the way, the 3 Villanova guards we were raving about coming on the air all have 2 fouls. Wayans, Fisher, and Stokes. Stokes with a pass, knocked out a play. Needs some work at the line.
Look at that handle.
Bruce Pearl barking out a play from his bench as we come up on the 6-minute mark of the first half. Shot clock down to 10.
Oh, nice.
Got a foul against Villanova, but Tennessee has been doing that since the get-go, looking for Harris underneath, and they get the contact.
Well, you heard.
I'm sure the young man, if he knew how good Clark was, would take that as a huge compliment.
Well, the fact that Bruce Pearl said he's the most mature high school player I've ever been around as it relates to his abilities in class, his understanding of the game, and his coachability.
Pearl back on the floor now for Tennessee. Sutton feeding Fisher. Fisher doing a lot of dribbling, got the shot off, but missed it. Hobson drives, swooping in, draws the foul. He hit the deck very hard against the number 7 team in the country. Number 24 has the upper hand. Cheek lets fly, gets it, he swishes home a 3.
It's a great equalizer, right? You're struggling. Stokes makes it.
If I were Bruce Pearl, I'd continue to allow them to shoot that ball as opposed to let them get into the lane, so it almost becomes a question of odds.
See, with a big game coming up on December 11th at Pittsburgh. The game will be on ESPN. Pearl, the backdoor cut. Here's McBee from the corner, no. Battle for the rebound. It comes out to Cheek. To the right. 2 seasons removed from a Final Four. His team went 25-8 last year. Second place in the Big East, 13-5. Well, they got off to a blistering start, Fran. They went 20-1 out of the gate. As Wayans gets bumped and he makes the shots. Malik Wayans, who really does a little bit of everything. He can score, he can rebound. For a guy 6'1", he's got 4 boards.
I love that guy. He's so competitive.
Hobson fires up. Can't find a range there. It's going the other way.
Play 40 minutes, you know, and that's why sometimes you want to go to the locker room and tell your team, look, we're in this game even though we've played horrendously. Now, on the other hand, as you mentioned, credit Tennessee because they played really good defense.
Reach-in foul here by Tennessee. Here's Tatum. That's around and out. Fields with a rebound, and he gets hit.
Well, this guy is hyper athletic.
Player James Bell, stress fracture in both tibias. He has been cleared to play, may not be used at this point, would not nearly have as much of an impact certainly as Pinkston.
Andy, thank you very much. A scramble here as Pearl goes down for it, and there's a foul against Villanova. So he made them both, and Tobias Harris returns to the fray as Pearl will take a seat near his pocket.
Well, how cool is that you can play for your dad and make a contribution?
Picked off by Tatum. Fisher just hit the deck. And a whistle and a foul to prevent the layup with 3:37 to go. That'll be Cheeks first. We'll see if Tatum's okay.
Boy, between Tatum and Fields, they just have so much length. And there's no doubt Bruce Pearl can coach. If he couldn't coach, he wouldn't be at Tennessee. If he weren't making the university so much money with his basketball and is popular and making Tennessee relevant again, he wouldn't be here.
Sutton swings to the right. Can't get it to go. Second effort, though, as Stokes ran it down.
Look how Tennessee swarms. Look at they really cover the lane.
6 Villanova players have 2 fouls, including Stokes, who just gave it up. Pull up pop cheek. Harris with the rebound. He can put it to the deck as well. Here's Tatum to lift.
I love the communication with Tennessee.
Fisher bowling in. Now, Bruce Pearl on his bench wanted an offensive foul. It says a blocking foul.
Well, Mr. Gordon Gee did not help his cause at all with the comments he made about the likes of TCU and Boise State.
Tatum with the kick here. Hobson thought about it. Certainly capable of hitting from 22 to 25 feet. Less than 2.5 minutes to go before halftime. Harris squares up to the basket. And
Having him is certainly a detriment. Let's see how it plays out in the second half as well.
So he could play both guard spots. He can make a three.
Harris trying one here. Front rims it. Here's Fisher, the senior guard out of the Bronx. Picked off by Stokes. He feeds Fisher on the other side.
Oh, that's a nice job by Brian Williams.
By Goins as well, but
UCLA defense like Swiss cheese, and tonight, every time Corey Fisher or Malik Waynes puts the ball on the floor, that's what we talked about, Doris. Tennessee shrinks the floor by getting bodies into the lane.
You know what? There's an attitudinal difference between those two teams.
I agree.
I don't think UCLA's mindset, they want to score. Your mindset defensively is as important as your physical skills.
Stokes pulls up, pops. Shot not falling for him.
Yesterday with Villanova's team, and Jay Wright had to apologize to Corey Stokes. He felt like he played him too much. This could be a problem.
Being able to get to it deep in the backcourt.
Usually you're explaining to a guy why you didn't play him enough.
Yeah. Fisher wants to shoot it. Around and out.
That's solid defense by Stephen Pearl. I'd give Corey Fisher that jump shot all night long.
Here's Williams after taking that shot in the face from a teammate. Too short, but tipped off of Villanova. They're out of play. Off the hand of Antonio Pena.
There's no question you give jump shot because neither guy is upward of 25% on three. Huge personality.
And both teams have gone cold. Tennessee's missed their last 7. Villanova has missed their last 5. Hobson pulls up an 18-footer. They continue to clang away here at the Garden with 54.4 seconds. I think both sides are going to need halftime to recoup.
How about Stephen Pearl?
Yes.
Another possession he gets them. He's challenging shots. He's cutting off dribble drivers. He's getting them an extra possession.
He's one of those guys you hate playing against. Annoying would be the word.
Hobson giving it up here. Goins can't find the range. Really, nobody can over the last 5 or 6 minutes. Fisher wants to take it down the lane. He has it stripped away.
Get one shot here if you don't like this.
Hobson draws the foul with 30 points. The scoreboard at this point, 34-28 in his favor, and it'll be Hobson back to the line.
Just a little interesting exchange between.
Which is about 10 shots a game, and Bruce Pearl told us early in the week that they have got to get him the ball more throughout the season. It's an ongoing process for a freshman.
Yeah, and he said that
as long as it doesn't disrupt the flow of your team's offense and chemistry.
Incidentally, Dominic Cheek, sophomore for Villanova, just picked up his second foul, so they have 7 players who have 2 fouls. Here's Malik Waynes.
This should be high pick and roll here.
Cheek looking inside. 8 seconds left before half. Stokes now on the wing. 3 seconds to get one off. He stumbles and flips it up. And a whistle and a foul on the play with 1.8 seconds.
I don't like that call. I don't think you bail out a guy who's driving out of bounds, clock running down. To me, Doris, let's take a look. I thought that was incidental contact. This clock is running down. Oh, I don't like that call at all. Corey Stokes initiated the entire play.
Hobson whistled for the personal, Doris.
You know what I like with you on the call? But they were so intense and knew they had him in trouble that Brian Williams had an unbelievable reaction. They are taking great pride in what they do. Correct. Yes.
And Stokes has not been a big factor. He's been in some foul trouble, but at the line he makes them to make it 35-30. So time for one last play here and a heave. 1.8 seconds. Goins picks it up inside midcourt and blocks. And a clean block by Sutton. With those guards, Fisher, Stokes, and Waynes are scuffling. 3 for 14. 14 points. Let's get it over to Andy with Bruce Pearl.
Bruce, before the game, you were concerned about not having Trey Golden, how that was going to deal with you guys defensively. How do you think you guys fared here in the first half?
I think we did okay, Andy. Villanova didn't press us a lot. I thought our drop-back defense was good, and the only way they could score is if we fouled them there and late. So we got to do a better job of guarding without fouling. I thought offensively, we missed an opportunity to have a 10-point lead here. I thought we shot a little quickly, and we got a little bit one-on-one-ish. But I'm pleased overall.
All right, thanks, Bruce. Thanks. Thank you, Dave.
Andy, thank you very much. Tennessee has the lead at halftime. 35-30 over Villanova. Now it's time to go to Ryan Burr and Jay Williams in the studio for the UPS halftime report.
5-point game. Tennessee on top of 7th-ranked Villanova. And Jay, we talk so much about offense with the game of basketball, but Tennessee just really getting down and playing some great D in the first half.
Well, I think Doris said it properly. They took a lot of pride in what they were doing on the defensive end, and they're playing in a half-man off. And you have to think, with all their athleticism and their size and their length, and they have active hands, they're making it very difficult for Corey Fisher and Malik Waynes to really get into the paint. Every shot Corey Fisher has taken this half has been contested by a longer arm of a Tennessee player.
And life without Scotty Reynolds for the Cats.
Look at you with the verbal jabs. I like it. Way to start off the season.
5-point game, 35-30. A lot of basketball to be.
We welcome you back to New York City in Feast Week, presented by Lowe's. The action part of the Dick's Sporting Goods NIT season tip-off here from Madison Square Garden. Dave O'Brien alongside Fran Fraschilla and Doris Burke. And Andy Katz, happy holidays to you. And Fran, in the first half, Villanova shoots only 29%. Tennessee's defense was outstanding.
Well, Tennessee coming in has given up 36 from the field, 28 from the three-point line. And like the weather outside here in New York in late November, those numbers are dropping. Pretty good first half defensively.
3 for 14.
And 7 Villanova players have 2 fouls as they move into the second half. And Tennessee has the ball, leading by 5 in this championship game of the NIT season tip-off. Tatum with a fall away. That'll roll off the iron. Villanova trying to cut into that lead. Game 1 earlier tonight. VCU knocked off UCLA. Waynes wiggling his way in. However, it'll be goaltending.
Well, That time Malik Waynes took on Brian Williams, realizing that Williams couldn't stay in front of him and had the angle to get right to the rim. That didn't happen much in the first half.
They go the other way. In the final against UCLA, their backcourt was outstanding. Look at what they've done so far tonight combined. 16 points, 8 turnovers. Fisher to miss. Pena rejected, but a foul as well.
Their prep school in 5 years at Villanova. That's maturity.
That's a senior.
Citizen.
Yes. 35-34, Villanova within 1. Sternum trying to bounce inside for Williams. And knocked away with 18:44 left.
Wins out of Philly, doing a terrific job for Bill Self and Jayhawks.
Williams inside, close quarters, draws the foul. He'll go to the line where he's not a good foul shooter, a career 52%.
Conversely, Doris, I'll be anxious to see how that halftime talk that Jay Wright had with his guards pays off.
Williams foul shots makes it 37-34. Stokes off the fake, back to Fisher. Oh, in traffic, no. Front rims it, and Williams pulls down a one-handed rebound. Deflected away, 18-11 to go here in the second half, and neither side able to get any offensive rhythm in the first couple of minutes of this half. 8 turnovers for Villanova. They had only 7 the entire game the other night against UCLA on this court. Boy, that's a tough angle by Yaru, but he got it to go.
Well, there's one adjustment already. Twice now on consecutive possessions. They're looking to get Yaru a little bit active.
Williams blocked from behind. Nova has not led tonight.
Oh, they got him again.
Well, mismatch. They missed him early.
Here's Waynes into the lane. Stokes fires. Got it.
That's a good adjustment as well. You don't necessarily have to drive it into the paint to get a score for yourself. A drive and a pitch, because they are crowding that lane.
Well, because they had the mismatch, Doris, it allowed for the skip, and then the guard attacked the big on the mismatch on the weak side.
Villanova with their first lead tonight, 39-37. Harris is calling for the ball over, can't get it to him. Now finally they're doing the baseline, and it's stuffed in on a great follow there by Williams, and he's hurt. So McBee back on the floor here. Williams with 10 and 5. Tied at 39. Waynes with a long jumper. Pena with a rebound, gets the stick back. And hit as well, a foul. Villanova 42-39 here in the second half. Hobson in the paint. Yes, it rattles in.
He loves the left side of the floor. Something Jay Wright was talking to his guys about. It feels like Bruce Pearl almost approaches a game like an NBA coach. He's going to put Harris and Hobson in spots on the floor where they're most comfortable, and then just go through them.
Fisher reversing course and blocked away. Tennessee converging on him as they did throughout the first half. Here's Harris. Yeah, all the way.
You know what's happening right now? Tennessee is taking advantage of the fact that Villanova has 4 guys with 2 or more fouls, and they have been very reticent to get their body in the way of any dribble drives.
So Tennessee back into the lead, and the block really started it.
Well, how about the skill set of Tobias? On the take, it's Tobias Harris, length of the floor.
He got right out of the way.
Harris just a freshman. Sunday night, ESPN2 is
Trailed by 12 points to Georgia, who had Trey Tompkins and who looked pretty good for a guy who's missed so much time. Abramitis gets 25, Ty Nash 18. I think probably more important than
quality guards in the Big East. Eric Gatkins, a freshman, was very solid, particularly in overtime last night.
So Villanova down by 1 to Tennessee. Pena to the lane again, strong. No. Williams. Ball's coming out of there with it. McBee will swing it down low. Harris, oh, he thought about a stuff, and he gets hit. Tennessee. So it remains a one-point game. Williams dumping it down low for the big guy, and he is hit on the play as well.
What I love about him is he hasn't had a lot of experience and already becoming a reasonably productive player.
Well, he just put Villanova in the lead here, 45-43. Under 15 minutes remaining. Harris really commanding that ball, really wants it in that paint. Woolridge couldn't deliver. Shot clock at 7 for Tennessee. Goins will fire it up. Not the shot they wanted.
Well, much like Tennessee, that time Villanova really crowded the lane. Good possession.
Here's Stokes. He just hasn't been in a real shooting rhythm tonight, has he? Harris pulls up mid-range. No. Tipped up. No good by Fields. So they got two pretty good looks. Late Williams slapped from behind by Fields, but a whistle. Brian Williams, the 6'10 senior, back on the floor as well for Tennessee. Just under 14 minutes left here in the championship game. Back down to 13. Tennessee moving around the perimeter.
Nice.
Underneath Williams and the foul. Boy, did they set that up perfectly.
They sure did, Dave. They had an end of clock play. Terrific screen inside. They got Williams loose on the cross screen. This is great. Take a look at this. Nice feed by Woolridge. They set up Brian Williams at the end of that clock. Watch the swing, and Goins with a terrific screen creates the mismatch, and a nice find by Woolridge.
And Stokes with his third. So back to the bench for the senior.
Goins might be the only point guard in the country able to get his post guy open. When you look at,
you know, screening is a partnership.
Yes.
And oftentimes the little guy's got to throw his body in there in the lane. Here's a perfect example.
Just picked up his third foul for Tennessee. Goins trying to pluck that one away. It's a pretty good matchup here between these two guards, Waynes and Goins. Fisher backs it out. 9 to get off a shot. Off the fake. And it'll go the other way as Villanova loses possession. Sutton put it to the deck and lost it.
just doesn't have the strength yet to finish. That was there yet.
But you usually expect Corey Fisher to get deep in the lane, and he's still been unable to. That's what I love about Tennessee tonight.
The Ball's trying to take the lead back here. Woolridge with it. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Well, they worked this beautifully just moments ago. Getting it down low instead it's Goins, and he can't get it with 1 second on the shot clock. But they get the second effort and get it right back. Here's Waynes down the lane. No foul. Great job under there by Maurice Sutton for 2.
Just keep playing, right?
Mo Sutton started 7 games a year ago. One of those guys that's very unsung.
Tennessee team, when the SEC games come up that Pearl is suspended for, the 8, and just how much of a void, a coaching void, will be there, as good as Tony may be.
Well, if you gave me the choice of having the 3 days in practice as the head coach versus coaching in the game, I'd rather have those 3 days in practice, because Tony Jones, the staff, look at that play.
Tatum and foul as well.
And these players will give you that kind of effort when Bruce Pearl is not on that sideline.
Cameron Tatum's athleticism is
Going to be any problem as far as getting the team ready. And quite frankly, guys, the first 2 big home games against Florida and Vanderbilt, I would venture to say, if I were Billy Donovan or Kevin Stallings, they would rather have Bruce Pearl coaching in that game rather than play against the emotion of those 24,000 fans in that arena, those two games.
Boy, Scotty Hobson just stole 2 points off the missed foul shot by Tatum, and Tennessee retakes the lead. Wayans off the back of the iron. Big rebound, comes out, Goins grabs it. He finds Tatum. And on the line, he's going to give it back as he lost control of it off his foot, and it's 10 turnovers for Tennessee.
Let's just see Sutton getting some minutes.
Jared Fisher on the drive. Here's Waynes. No, that didn't touch anything. And a foul here against Sutton of Villanova.
Another forced jump shot by Waynes is a good indication of how good a job Tennessee's done.
Yeah, Jim Burr going to have a conversation with Waynes because he
keeps the neighborhood a safe place to be.
Absolutely.
49-48 Tennessee. Hobson takes it through the paint, lays it in. Boy, is he quick.
It's a tough looking move. Changes direction a couple of times.
And a timeout, Villanova. Tennessee opens up the 3-point lead on a mini 6-0 run.
This game, because it hasn't been pretty, to hand as well. That was the first action.
Powering his way in, but that will be no basket anyway. And an offensive foul that will go against Fisher's third.
Well, Dave, this is hard to read, and this is an eye chart here, but simply automatic ejection.
Some of us had no trouble at all reading all of that.
You know I'm from Brooklyn.
51-48. Here's Goins involved in that little dust-up moments ago. Tobias Harris. No. Williams followed the miss, but he's the man who came in and committed the foul.
White House reporting that it was Congressional Hispanic Caucus Institute's I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Ray DeSaraga, who committed the elbow inadvertently. He had 12 stitches, but expects to obviously be back on the court soon.
Well, 2 shots and the ball out of bounds.
In the White House, right? Yeah, we're with the stuff.
Having visited with him, I know he talks a little bit of jump. He's challenging me to play last year.
How would you like to be the guy that elbowed the president and caused 12 stitches? And the three-pointer on target. And Tennessee has taken a 54-50 lead over Villanova.
Yeah, Cameron Tatum has quietly had himself a terrific night.
Under 10 minutes. You elbow the president in the face and you disappear, don't you?
In Venezuela, you do.
Wayans pulls up.
These are quick shots, guys.
And tipped out. It'll go back over to the Volunteers.
And how often do you see that? When they've disrupted what you're normally...
All season long, 6th game for Villanova, that they have had trouble getting to the paint. And it's all about Tennessee's half-court defense from 20 feet and in.
And Villanova only shooting 33% for the ball game. Hobson to his right. Can they stay with him? Tip, tip, tip. That won't fall. Williams very gently there around the rim, but it wouldn't drop for him. Cheek into the lane. Dumping it down low. The roof squares up and lost the handle out, but there's also a whistle on the play.
Well, how solid has Goins been today? He's had to play much of this game. No backup. Trey Golden hurt with the flu.
Off the fake. Wiggles free, flips it up. They won't go, but he will go to the foul line. 5-point lead, and they're pressing now. And now they'll back off on it. Waynes running the point for Jay Wright.
See all those orange jerseys hovering near the lane.
Cheek penetrates. Hands off for Sutton. Nicely done. Three-point game. Back for Tatum. It's been a lot of fun watching him try and create. That time got shut down. Goins. Oh, off the fingertips of Fields, who wasn't ready for the pass. Right in the middle of the lane. Oh, the play. Shots, as you might tell. 54 foul shots before Cheek attempts one here.
He was up at the crack of dawn for the Macy's Day Parade, guys.
Yes, he
He's going
was.
to catch up somewhere.
Had a great seat. Payne in the middle of the lane. That won't drop. The team shooting the lights out of the Garden, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's why Villanova's probably gone to a little 2-3 zone look this possession.
Love the communications. Everybody's pointing and talking in that Villanova zone.
And they got Armwood now at the 3, so it's a long back line for Jay Wright.
Shot clock at 7. Shot clock down to 4. Hobson jumps into the lane and knocks it down.
Big time move. We've seen him shed multiple defenders on drives to the rim. Well, the two guys you want making plays for you right now are Tobias Harris and Scotty Hobson.
For sure the miss, Pena, and it taken away from him. Open floor now, Tatum. The 3-on-1, stuffed in by Tobias Harris. Timeout. 60-55, Tennessee.
The 3-on-1, a missed jump shot. Nobody back helping out. 3-on-1, and I like the end of this play because Harris and Hobson were having words, and watch the react. He's going to go up and chest.
Well, and what you like about Bruce Pearl tonight is he's gotten 10 guys rotating in and out, keeping his stars fresh, and one of the guys that remains fresh is the freshman from Half Hollow Hills High School in Long Island, Tobias Harris. Multi-skilled, can put it on the floor, rebound, get to the hole, and occasionally knock down the long-range J.
Yeah, and Scotty Hobson has been pretty good. Dad is enjoying it.
Well, the McDonald's All-American, Parade Magazine All-American as well. Certainly living up to the billing. Ranked number 6 by ESPNU. Been a pretty good homecoming for the freshman.
Say he's the first in the gym and the last to leave it.
Hobson and Harris have combined for 30 points. 30 of the 60 Tennessee points. They're on a 15-7 run.
Good defense on the pick and roll, Doris. They didn't let him use the screen like we talked about early in the game.
We'll pick and roll here with Yaru. Off the fake. In the lane, no. Again, well defended. And that's been the case really all night long, hasn't it?
There's been terrific challenge at the rim all night long. And Fields is a first-year guy. May not have all the concepts, but it doesn't matter.
Tatum nothing but net. And gave us the free sign on his way by the table. He's pretty good.
He's been terrific.
63-55.
Bruce Pearl said it could be a breakout year for Cameron Tatum. Big stage, he's been terrific.
Yaru off the fake and draws a lot of contact. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 with 5:16 left.
Scotty Hobson, whether he's slicing through the lane for himself or in this case, because he had no option, he finds his teammate.
Tatum's got that set shot down as well. It's interesting on that previous Villanova offensive possession. Tennis roll defenses, they used 2 of them on one possession, and it just absolutely flummoxed Villanova.
You hear him call ice.
Championship game here from Madison Square Garden. Tennessee and Villanova. Fran Fraschilla, Dave O'Brien, Doris Burke, and Andy Katz with you. Arizona and Oregon still to come. That'll be a 7-11 kick from what we're told. Tennessee trying to hold on now and take home the championship. Bruce Pearl, of course, has a lot of worries that have nothing to do necessarily with play on the court, but what a great lift this would be for him personally, I'm sure, if he can come away with a championship in the Garden. Foul here with 4:50 to go and 9 on the shot clock, and that'll be number 4 on Waynes of Villanova.
Well, you can see a possession where the lack.
But not for nothing.
Another whistle here. And yet another foul. And that's number 5 on Fields. Now the BCS breakdown today. Auburn defeating number 11 Alabama. Coming Tennessee leading by 7. Bruce Pearl looking to knock off the number 7 team in the country. Oftaliaru will go to the line, and he shoot his 5 down.
Nice job spacing, because Villanova will come with a secondary trap in that defense sometimes if you get to a particular area on the floor.
Tennessee in no hurry. Hall. This young man, Mel Goins, has really played a steady floor game for Bruce Pearl. Pulls up. He's the Villanova fans inside the Garden starting to make some noise here. Coming up on the 4-minute mark.
I'm not sure what they have right now.
Haynes wants to go himself. Pena gets it back out to him. Here it comes. He can't connect. B got it. Skylar McBee with the basket. And a long distance 3 to make it 66-58. Rue on the high post. Down low for Stokes. The dipsy do no. Long range, short range. They are not falling for Villanova. Whistle here.
McVee to walk on the big threes last year when they knocked off number 1 Kansas. How about one more time? Waynes and Yaru as well.
6'11" Sutton back on for Villanova. A shot blocker. Goins has made practically no mistakes in this one. And running the offense for Bruce Pearl. Tennessee's got terrific balance. Harris with 15. Tatum has 15. Hobson has 15. 2:56 to go here in the Garden. With a championship on the line between number 4 Tennessee and number 7 Villanova.
Tell you something about how much confidence Bruce Pearl has in his son. Stephen, a solid contributor today, taking care of the ball, hustle plays.
5 to get off a shot now. He has to heave the 3. Rebound tapped to Villanova, and now Pearl steals it away.
Well, now you know why he's out there. Kind of as feisty as his old man, would you say?
Tennessee will run a little bit of clock now.
Floor spaced.
Going for the miss, and the rebound by Villanova and Corey Stokes. So the lead at 7. Waynes in heavy traffic, banks it in.
Well, that's about defender falls, and Waynes recognizes it.
Yeah, the defender ran into Antonio Pena's elbow.
Hobson with a quick answer on the other end. Arizona and Oregon still to come. Hobson with 17. Waynes lost it. Goins again. Takes it himself. 71-62. Timeout. Villanova. 1:38 to go, and Tennessee using great defense all night to build this lead.
Well, one of the things they've shown, in addition to just defense, is great patience and toughness. Melvin Goins has been tough all night long against the guards from Villanova. And Bruce Pearl, boy, he has been as animated. I know he's animated, but in the second half of this game, Franny, it's as animated as I've ever seen him.
Well, when you talk about Tennessee basketball, a lot of people talk about their pressure, but their half-court defense today has been as good as Bruce Pearl could ever want it. Now you want to hope for, as they get better in December, is how can this carry over into that SEC first 8 games when Bruce Pearl won't be there. But I love what they've done defensively from 20 feet and in today.
Still to come, number 20.
Try to steal it and foul, but they are out of timeouts, and Tennessee has possession of the basketball on the next jump.
Fisher lost the dribble. Here's Stokes with a jumper. Got it. A three-pointer.
Rare mistake by Stephen Pearl.
The 5'11" senior. Now Goins connects on both. Lead back up to 8 for Tennessee. Fisher lost the dribble. Goins takes it away in a reach and a foul to stop the clock with 1:12 left, and that should be 5 on him.
Have you seen a guy check Corey Fisher this well individually as we've seen Goins do it here in the second half?
No, he's been a nuisance all day long for Waynes and Fisher. And the smallest guy on the floor has had as much to do with dominating this game defensively as anybody else.
And Fisher came in averaging 18 points a game, held to 3 on 1 for 10 shooting.
The reason it's so important is when these guys get off the dribble drive, you're back.
So Villanova can feel this championship starting to slip away. Our BC Broadway tonight, a great meal in the city, so that he can get that football game in. 75-65. So approaching the 1-minute mark, and Tennessee has opened up one of its biggest leads of the game.
Well, look at Goins.
Now they're going to get him with a foul there with certainly statistically, but with a very smart and in control, very calm floor game. So Cheek to the line.
Early in the season, when teams are trying to figure out what their identity is, and your execution is never up to par like it is in a month or two, you win games on toughness in November. And Tennessee has won this game today on its toughness, if they win.
1 minute to go. Goins deep in the backcourt, trying to trap him. Now they got to foul him, you would think. Able to bounce that pass for Hobson. And he's the man foul with 50.3 seconds to go. 61 the other night against UCLA. Tennessee locking them up defensively. Here's Pena straight on. Got it. That is a 2-pointer. Hobson tosses that one away. Bell front rims it. Out in front of everybody, here's Tatum to stop it in. 78-68. And Tennessee about to celebrate the championship with the NIT season tip-off.
Well, just a great toughness win. They came in with a terrific game plan, multiple ways to check the pick and roll, how to use a lot of them. But again, this was as much about toughness as it was about their defensive game plan.
No question, Doris. Didn't matter, and you're right. They played the pick and roll great. Got their scorer's shots, but it's all about what's in the chest.
Well, there's the final horn. And Bruce Pearl gets the win here tonight and the championship. Coming up next on ESPN College Football Primetime, it's Arizona against Oregon. 78-68 the final. Now let's go to Brad Nessler and Todd Blackledge.